Once upon a time, in a small village called Ejeza, there lived a beautiful girl named Anyanwu. Her name meant the eyes of the sun. She was named first because she was beautiful to look at. She was known for her stunning looks and her kind heart. Anyanwu was the daughter of a poor farmer, and her parents loved her so much. They shared a kind of telepathy in a way that whatever that happened to the other, they would each know and quickly help one another. After some years, Anyanwu's father died, and she was left alone with her mother. After some more years, her beauty caught the attention of the king of a neighboring kingdom. The king was immediately smitten with Anyanwu and asked for her hand in marriage. Despite her family's objections, Anyanwu agreed to marry the king and become his wife. Her mother had heard how terrible the king's wives were and warned her not to marry him, but there was no way they could do anything. Their love was forced at sight, so she refused to let go. However, the king already had several other wives, and Anyanwu soon realized that life in the palace was not as glamorous as she had imagined. After the marriage, the king no longer paid his other wives attention, focused only on Anyanwu all day. They did everything together and also went everywhere together. You know, when a man meets his soulmate, others becomes nothing before him. So, the other wives became very jealous of Anyanwu's beauty and the attention the king gave to her, so they did everything in their power to make her life miserable in the palace. But the worst was yet to come. One day, when Anyanwu had gone out to the market, out of envy, the other wife decided to tie up Anyanwu's mother and kill her to hurt her. Anyanwu's mother began to cry out for her daughter to come to save her, but she was helpless in the palace because Anyanwu was not at home. She had gone to the market. Anyanwu's mother began to sing. Anyanwu nwa m ubene, ubene kwa ubene, Anyanwu nwa m ubene, ubene kwa bososo bene mo ubene o, ubene kwa na mademe nife no nyili negbo ubene o, ubene kwa ubene negbo eligwe mo ubene o, ubene kwa mademe nife no nyili negbo ubene o, ubene kwa ubene. As she was singing, at the market, Anyanwu picked up the telepathy that her mother was in danger. As she was singing, she could hear her mother's voice and quickly threw her basket down. Anyanwu began to run. She began to run. She knew she had to act fast, so she ran back straight to the palace and straight to where her mother was, only to see the wives gathered. A huge fire was in front of her mother and she was tied across the fire. Oh, she ran straight to the king and began to beg the king. She begged the king to intervene. The king was shocked. The mother was still singing because she didn't know her daughter was around. Anyanwu nwa m ubene o, ubene kwa ubene, Anyanwu nwa m ubene. Ubene kwa bososo bene mo ubene o, ubene kwa na mademe nife no nyili negbo ubene o, ubene kwa ubene negbo eligwe mo ubene o, ubene kwa na mademe nife no nyili negbo ubene o, ubene kwa ubene. The queen quickly sprang up. He was shocked at the other wives' actions and immediately ordered them to loosen Anyanwu's mother. Anyanwu's mother was still there when the king rallied round his wives and told them they should go down and quickly lose her before she died. The woman was singing as they were going close to her. Anyanwu nwa m ubene, ubene kwa ubene, Anyanwu nwa m ubene, Ubene kwa sasa bene mo ubene o. Ubene kwa na made meni feno nyili negbo ubene o. Ubene kwa ubene. So the women rushed down because the king threatened them. They had to put out the fire and crossed over and losing Anyanwu's mother. He then had a meeting with all his wives. He threatened them that he would murder all of them if anything happened to Anyanwu's mother, and reminded them of the importance of love and respect in a marriage. The other wives apologized to Anyanwu. They knelt down and they were the seniors and begged Anyanwu and her mother for their actions that they should be forgiven. And peace was restored in the palace once again. Anyanwu's mother was grateful to her daughter for saving her life timely, and the king was proud of Anyanwu for standing up for her family. From that day on, Anyanwu saw that the other wives had changed and she forgave them. She was treated with the respect and love she deserved, and she lived happily ever after with the king and her family. Her beauty and kind heart had won over the hearts of all those around her, and she had shown that even in the darkest of times, love and compassion can conquer all. She had children for the king, who later inherited several other kingdoms, and all professed love, which was a great thing, as at that time. That's the end of the story. Thanks for watching.